And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Logitech G Free2Play Dota 2 LAN tournament happening in Bangalore, India. I'm ClouDx from AFK Gaming, and with me I've got Chief, my co-caster from AFK Gaming. What's up, Chief?
What's up? What's up?
Alright, so this match between Aero on the Dire side. Aero, a team that needs no introduction, but we're going to give you one anyway. One of the top dogs of Indian Dota 2 right now, and they seem like they're on track for a solid comeback. Let's see if they can keep their shoes in their right places, and let's see if they can come back in this one as well. OS on the Radiant side, also known as Old School. They've got a roster that consists of some fairly well-known players, Louis, Gohan amongst their ranks, and they're going to be looking to give Aero a real run for their money. First pick indeed has gone to the Dire side. They've opted to ban out the Naga side, and this one, unlike the last game that you guys just saw, will be of a higher caliber, I can indeed guarantee you. Sure, it might just be a stomp, but you're definitely going to get to see some pretty high skill Dota in terms of Indian standards. Chief, your thoughts, man. Who's going to come out ahead?
It's going to be old school. I have a feeling about it, and it's going to be old school. But I know I've been wrong about my feelings before, so let's wait and watch.
So OD is gonna get the next ban out again. I'm looking at the Twitch chat simultaneously every now and then. Whistler. Sorry, that's Whistler. My bad. I'm sorry, we cannot give you quality options. Unfortunately, that's a feature that's reserved for Twitch partners, and unfortunately, we haven't gotten there just yet. Please bear with us. It is at 480p. Alternatively, you could watch this in game. The in-game tickets are available for $0.99, and well, that's pretty much all I have to add over there. Moving into the game, we've got Lifestealer getting banned out by Old School. First pick on the board for the Radiant side, man. A quick prediction. What's it going to be?
Visage?
I wouldn't say anything else, man. But Elder Titan still in the pool. I wouldn't be surprised either. It's the Elder Titan or the Visage coming out. We'll have to wait and watch. Or perhaps even the Darkseer Batrider. There is so much available. I'm sorry to put you on the spot there.
Just wait for it. I'm going to laugh at you so hard.
10 seconds on the board, 1 minute 40 seconds of bonus time. Arrow really thinking this one through. They know that they've got about a lot of options here in the pool. It's going to be the Darkseer as their first pickup. Now notice that this is a LAN tournament, which means their regular 5th player, that is Pulse of Hell, is not going to be participating. Pulse of Hell, as most of you may or may not know, is based out of Chennai, which is another city, close to Bangalore, but not close enough for him to travel down for this tournament. And Arrow, meanwhile, they've taken a stand in, I believe. That is one of their regular 6th players. I'm not sure if he's a regular, to be honest. It's going to be Matrix. So their complete lineup is Gizmo, Matrix, Monday, Madman, and Mihawk. So 4 M's and 1 G. While on the other hand, we've got Old School, whose lineup consists of Spooky Monster, Gohan, Symphony, Mushroom Eye, and Louie. They've got 2 picks on the board. The Batrider's in, the Visage is in, the Elder Titan's still available, and so is the Abaddon. Plenty of picks to choose from. Old School gonna have to prioritize and pick the best 2.
I think it's a no-brainer. It should be Visage and Batrider. Well, I don't have any brains, so.
I'm not sure where that one came out, but it is going to be a Timbersaw first pick, followed up by, we'll have to see, it's going to be a Jakiro. Now this, I would not have anticipated, man. I mean, sure, I'm not a professional player anymore, and if I was given control of this draft, I would have most likely picked up the Batrider and the Elder Titan. It might have been a greedy couple of picks, but when you're presented with an opportunity like that, I think it's too good to pass up. Nonetheless, Old School, they seem to have a plan. They've got a playstyle that they're going to stick to, and they're going to opt to roll with the Timbersaw and the Jakiro, while Arrow, they're going to respond with the Weaver pickup. Now this leads me to believe it's going to be a hard carry Weaver in the tri-lane.
Yeah, because they already have an offlane. Since that you have so humbly accepted that you're not a professional player anymore, I'm going to go out and give my 2 cents. I'm a very professional player. I play a lot of pubs. And let's see, I mean, in terms of the old school draft, stop laughing, dude. I'm a pro player, okay?
I'm a professional player. I play a lot of pubs. You pretty much killed it there.
Dude, let me have my little fun, okay?
Go for it.
And I mean, looking at old school's lineup, I think they already have the 5 heroes in mind, which is why they started with these 2. I think the whole draft is going to revolve around a single hard carry player. I'm not sure if Louis is the hard carry or Gohan is the hard carry, who plays the hard carry role over there. But then the entire draft for Old School is going to be revolved around that one player, and they already have that player and a hero in mind. So there's that.
That's actually quite a good insight you've given. I wouldn't disagree with that, to be honest. Bat Trader getting banned out here. I'm getting feedback that something happened to the sound on the Twitch chat. Could you just open up the stream and see if anything happened? I haven't actually tweaked anything, so just if you could check if the sound has gone down or what.
It's working fine.
Alright, seems good. Dark Knight, you probably hit the mute button, but you probably can't hear us saying this either, so I'm just gonna have to type it out. But anyway, moving on with this draft. Abaddon does get banned out, as does the Batrider and the Alchemist. Just a quick rundown on the settings, if everything is okay here. Yep. If there's any issues with the in-game Dota 2 audio or on the stream chat, let us know. That's on twitch.tv/AFK Gaming eSports. If you can't hear Chief, if you can't hear me, if you can't hear anybody, or if there's any kind of echo, etc., let us know ASAP. We'll fix it up as soon as we can. Moving on with this draft, it is going to be the Visage getting banned out by Old School. They've got a pick on the board here. And it does indeed seem like they have the opportunity to pick up perhaps the Rubik as their second support or the Elder Titan for the middle lane.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure why you're hellbent on the Elder Titan, but then
Man, Elder Titan is something that should not be ignored. Natural Order is a little too much to contend with. It takes down your base. It takes down base magic resistance and base armor. It's pretty damn absurd. It's an amazing spell to have when you're going up against heroes like Lifestealer, when you're going up against a hero like a Timbersaw that rely on their innate tankiness. Even when you're going up against, I mean, Elder Titan is one of those heroes that gets the advantage in the middle lane if he's given a good start. You need a couple of supports to come in and zone out your opponent, get that early bottle online, and then you're pretty much gonna get every single rune if you've got your wards in place and your support rotations right. Because with that astral spirit, you get first of all you get a bonus bit of damage that helps you last in the lane and push up the lane as well. That constant harass from the natural order and astral spirit combination is a little too much for any hero to deal with in the early game. And not to mention when the spirit does return after stacking up a few charges, you get the bonus movement speed to get to the rune faster than your opponent, making him an ideal mid lane hero.
yeah, whatever.
Some deep insight you've been providing, man.
No, but then at least again, I'm not sure about this. But then, do you not take the stun on him then if you're playing mid? Do you just go the spirit and the natural order?
Yeah, I mean it's very situational that you'd put a point into the stun, but most of the time you just max out your spirit and the natural order and then rely on that kind of harass. Then go for the early phase boots, get that added mobility with the bonus movement speed from the spirit. You make a good rotation and you're set for the entire game there on out.
But my only view on that is, and why I'm not pro Elder Titan is there are a lot of other heroes, which bring a lot more value to the table more than Elder Titan. I'm not disagreeing that Natural Order isn't a kick-ass skill and his ultimate is really great, but I'm not sure. I mean, in terms of how do I put it, adaptability, or in terms of uh, uh, diversity to your lineup, I feel something like a Queen of Pain or a Timbersaw brings so much more to your lineup than an Elder Titan.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Or even a Storm Spirit for some fact.
But wait, hang on. I kind of zoned out there. I'm sorry, I went on with the chat. Are you saying that Storm Spirit can hold his own against the ET at will?
No, I'm saying a Storm Spirit brings more to the table in terms of contributing to a five-man lineup than an Elder Titan. I may be very wrong, as is the case with everything I've said in the past, but that's what I feel.
10 seconds remaining.
Just a second, I'm sorry, I'm on the Twitch chat.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, so Spirit Breaker does get picked up. Crystal Maiden getting picked up as well by Arrow. So this is an absurd lineup. So that looks like it's going to be a support Spirit Breaker along with support Crystal Maiden on a Weaver hard carry in a tri lane. Darkseer on the off lane, while Old School has picked up the IO. That leads me to believe they're going to have a Jakiro, Gyrocopter and IO tri lane with a Timbersaw in the off lane. Or perhaps at the middle lane. We'll find out with their last pick how this draft pans out.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot is yet to be revealed from the last picks of both the teams.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, and shout out to all the 30, 32 guys who are tuning in and supporting for the cause. It's really great, guys. Thanks.
Yep, Indian Dota growing by leaps and bounds. Alchemist gonna get the next ban out, and Queen of Pain getting banned out by Old School next. Last ban on the board for the Dire side. That's Team Arrow. Let's see what they're gonna ban out.
Reserve time.
50 seconds on the board. They're eating into the reserve time. I'm wondering what their last pick's gonna be. It looks like Arrow is indeed lacking that mid solo hero. And right now they've got plenty of options. The puck is still in the pool. They've got they still, I know I'm saying this over and over again, we've still got the option for the Elder Titan.
Pudge.
Pooch. Pooch would be good. Yes, indeed. "18 seconds on the board." Let's see what they're gonna go with. This is still a ban on the board for them. It's gonna be the puck ban.
Then they're gonna pick the TA against Timbasa.
It sure as hell seems like it, but right now Old School has the option of throwing a curveball, picking up the TA for themselves, and sending that Timbersaw in the off lane. That said though, Aero does have the opportunity to counter it with sending the Darkseer at the middle lane and then getting greedy and picking up yet another off lane or a hard carry.
They have the CK Wisp option, they could run the CK Wisp mid.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yep, 1 second on the board plus 20 seconds of reserve time. CK Wisp, nope, it's going to be the Clockwork. So that is going to be a Timbersaw at the mid, a Clockwork at the off lane, and a tri lane with a Gyro, Ayo, Jakiro. And one more pick on the board for Aero. 30 seconds on the clock, man. I think TA seems like a no-brainer right now. I have to agree with you there.
Finally.
But again, I'm going to stress on the fact that Elder Titan has been left out to dry.
Guys in the stream who might hear some screaming noises, that's just me hitting ClouDx over here for calling out Elder Titan again and again.
5 seconds remaining.
Templar Assassin.
It is going to be the TA, so it looks like you're the professional and I'm not.
If you played as many professional games as me, you would know.
Those of you that are not getting the context here, Chief has been in low priority for the last month or so. He just got out of low priority yesterday.
Dude, don't fabricate the truth like that.
Feels
I've
like
been
a
in low priority for the last 3 months, okay?
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Prepare
But
for
yeah,
battle.
I'm the kind of guy who just comes back after work and kicks back with a game of Dota or two.
Alright, a quick introduction of both sides, both teams of the highest caliber of Bangalore Dota. We've got OS, that's Old School on the Radiant side. Symphony, going to be handling the IO. Gyrocopter, going to be played by Spooky Monster. Gohan, going to be playing the Jakiro support role. We're going to see Mushroom Eye playing the mid solo Timbersaw. And last but not least, it's going to be Louis on the Clockwork.
Taking up the Dire side, it's Mohawk on the Spirit Breaker. Again, I'll try to predict the lanes as I go along. It's going to be a safe lane Spirit Breaker. Gizmo on the Viva. Matrix on the Crystal Maiden. That's going to be your safe lane, tri lane. You have your Munday on your Darkseer. That's going to be your off lane Darkseer. And Madman on your mid solo Templar Assassin. So, error rotating top to protect their jungle from being warded. And rightly so. They spot out the Clockwork and Jakiro and take it over, man.
Meanwhile, doesn't look like it's going to be first blood just yet. Mihawk going to use the charge. Looks like he's turning around here. The rest of Arrow coming in. Gizmo coming in as well. But this could indeed be our first blood. The Ice Path catching through. Mihawk getting cogged up along with Gizmo. First blood goes to Symphony. Io picks up the first blood on Mihawk. Before the creeps have even spawned. We might just see a second one. Gizmo looks to be in trouble. Louis looking for the line, but Gizmo scurries away to safety. Already this game has exploded into a burst of action and we've got first blood on the board going the way of Old School. Gizmo now gonna have to chew through a whole bunch of consumables. No salve on him available. However, there is a salve on Matrix, which might just be expended.
After that, they should have immediately switched over and moved into an aggressive trial lane. Seeing that the Weaver is going to have to munch through all three tangos just to get up back to respectable health.
I'm in your debt.
Alright, once again guys, any kind of issues on inside the game, if there's any audio issues in Dota TV, let us know on the Twitch chat. That's twitch.tv/AFK Gaming eSports. We're monitoring that from time to time. Right now we've got no complaints, seems like everything seems to be A-okay. Let's just hope it stays that way.
Get off my lawn!
Mihawk gonna drop down an observer ward here on the high ground at the river. Bottom lane, it looks like Monday has started off, has got his level 2 up and running, so he's got a point in the Iron Shell, 1 point in the Surge as well. He's going to be using this double Iron Shell to keep the pressure at the tier 1 tower of Spooky Monster. That's going to help Gyro, well, that's going to give Gyro quite a hard time, to be honest. Middle lane, TA versus the Timbersaw. Timbersaw can hold his own for a little while, but then thereon after, I think Templar Assassin does get the upper hand as she gets a couple of more points into the refraction. Not to mention Meld Strike Meld works excellently against a hero that relies on his armor, like the Timbersaw.
True, and I think TA should put a single point in Meld early on, I think by level 3, considering that Timbersaw starts off with 0 armor.
I think level 3 might be pushing it. Level 2 seems legit, because you'd want to have those additional charges, additional instances for your bonus damage and damage negation as it is.
What I meant was when TA is level 3, should put 1 point in Meld.
No, that's what I meant. You need to put your second point in the refraction and then a point in there. I mean, that's the standard way of doing it.
That's what I said. When TA becomes level 3, you're saying he needs 2 points in refraction before anything.
And this is why you've been in low priority. Report chief, guys.
Between the two of us, I'm the only professional player currently, okay? So calm down. I'm curious about this pause. Aren't they playing on LAN?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had some issues there itself. They've sorted it out though. That's the good thing about a land on. Arrow, they're showing no lacking of understanding of tri-lane mechanics. They're gonna pull one wave and try and stack the other one, trying to keep the creep wave at their tower and deny Clockwork as much experience as possible. Meanwhile, Gizmo going on the front lines, getting a couple of Germinate attacks in and dishing out a decent chunk of harass. While at bottom lane, Monday on the Dark Sphere has popped the Iron Shell on himself and is trying to do a decent chunk of damage onto Gohan. While Io continues to pull out his creep camp as well. So both sides, they've done their homework and they know their game style well.
The hidden ones grin.
Back at middle lane though, Templar Assassin seems to be running out of mana here. She has indeed burned through 2 or 3 charges of distraction. Getting closer and closer to that bottle. In fact, the bottle does seem to be coming out on the courier. Courier hasn't been upgraded just yet. I guess they're preparing for the new meta where you can't have an upgraded courier up until 3 minutes in. While we're going to see Darkseer in a little bit of trouble, the Ice Path holding him out. Does have the surge available should he choose to use it. Now he decides to pop it. While Spirit Breaker looks to be charging in onto Symphony. He's moving fast and he's moving hard. Moving through the middle lane, Timbersaw sees him coming, and Mihawk showing no signs of slowing down. In fact, now he's gonna stop dead in his tracks and move out into a headlong retreat. Mushroom Eye, meanwhile, has managed to come back in range for that level 4. And in terms of last hits, he seems to be doing fairly well compared to what the TA is at. 10 and 4 on 10 and 5 on both each. And bottom lane, let's have a look at Gyro meanwhile. He's just sitting with the Wraith Band. And this could be a kill. Munde getting caught by a huge rocket barrage, runs the other way. Jakiro cancelling the ice path 3 times. Munde dodging like a boss. Auto attacks in as well. And Spooky Monster now gonna find the kill. 2-0 OS right in the lead.
Hats off to Jakiro. He held his calm. He, I think, cancelled it 4 or 5 times before getting it right. But yeah, in the end, getting it right is what matters.
Yep, waited for that surge to wear out. Forced Darkseer to take a pathing that he would not have normally taken. And that secured them the kill. Up top, meanwhile, Clockwork looks to be in a little bit of trouble. A nice rotation from the supports from Arrow. They're going to find an easy kill on Louis. Weaver going to pick up that kill, and Arrow right back in this game as quickly as they were out of it. 2-1 the scoreline. Arrow finds a kill in their trident.
Yeah, both the off lanes crumbling almost simultaneously.
What's worrisome though is that the Darkseer can indeed jump into the jungle now that he's got 1 point in the shell and 1 point in the surge. Going to use it to stack up this camp. Has he managed successfully? Yes, indeed, he has. That's going to give him a boost and possibly the level 3 as well. While, unfortunately for Clockwork, he doesn't have the same option. He does have to make his way back to the lane. No love lost there though. He has got the creep wave coming back to his tower. Going to be a little bit of additional experience going his way. While Gizmo slowly but surely chipping away at the tier 1 tower. Middle lane there is a rotation from Gohan as well. He's coming in to offer support onto Madman. Timbersaw might consider baiting Madman to get a little aggressive on him. They're waiting for the line on the ice path. Madman. Now he sees him and he's gonna back off.
Surprisingly, Timbersaw is bested Templar Assassin and last hits in mid. Don't know how that happened.
Yep, I'm kind of confused as well about this scenario. 24-7 on the T8, 22-8 on Timbersaw. I was of the opinion that Timbersaw does fall behind to the Templar Assassin, but he seems to be holding his own quite well. Haste Rune is available on the Templar Assassin. Got to keep in mind that if she chooses to make a go, Timber might not be long for life. But that said, he does have 2 points in the Timber chain, which should help him get away. Meanwhile, Gyro picks up the phase boots along with the Ring of Aquila. Darkseer has opted to completely abandon this lane, it seems. He did move into the jungle, does have a soul ring and level 4 up as well. Let's put that in perspective to the off-lane Clockwork, who has indeed outlaned a Darkseer. This should not be happening under the wildest of circumstances. Level 5.5 on Clockwork, he's doing a fantastic job. And the gold graph heavily sitting in favor of OS at 750 while a 500 XP lead. But as I say that, this could be initiation. Louis cogging in Mihawk and gets bashed out of it as well. Beautiful play there by him to secure himself a headlong retreat. Meanwhile, TA picks up a regeneration rune. Haste has been activated as well. They're pinging out the bottom lane, looking to get a couple of kills on possibly the IO and the Gyrocopter. But there's Radiant pings coming out as well. I'm pretty sure they've scouted this out, and TA realizes that she's in a little bit of trouble here and has made a little bit of a mistake. Cleans up whatever she can and will make her way back to the lane. There's pings coming out. Louis might be in trouble once again.
Yeah, I mean, this game is dead at its tracks right now. I mean, you can't tell these two teams apart.
Right now, Arrow just trying to focus down this tier 1 tower as fast as they can, but Louis holding his ground. He's almost up to that level 6 mark as an off-lane Clockwork. Let's put that in perspective to Munde, who is still sitting and struggling to get his level 5 online. So, it seems like all in all, OS seems to be getting more out of this map. But that said, Templar Assassin is now starting to pull ahead in terms of last hits. 44-7 compared to 34-8 on the Timbersaw.
In mid, I think something's gonna happen. Crystal Maiden and Spirit Break are rotating for something, but they don't have a smoke of deceit.
Yep, they kind of anticipated that those 6-minute wards may not have been refreshed, so they moved their way through towards this middle lane, put down the Observer on the high ground, and they're waiting for the Timbersaw to overstep his boundaries. Mihawk on the high ground uses the charge. This could be risky. Not sure what he's planning to do here. He does have 2 levels in the Timber Chain. Timber Chains to the side. There's 2 TPs coming in. Jakiro as well as the Clockwork. Hookshot is available. But we're going to see Louis go straight in for Matrix. Matrix, playing it smart, is looking to dodge. Does have his creep wave available, but Clockwork not able to find the kill. While at the back lines, Templar Assassin drops to Mushroom Eye on his Timbersaw. A very, very hasty move by Arrow there. Sees them punished in a big way.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The Crystal Maiden didn't have much of a role to play in that fight, and the smart rotation TP is coming in to protect the mid solo there. So again, good play by the Jakiro. He's just running with the smoke of deceit and nothing else. He just managed to afford up his brown boots.
Yep, but the trade-off right now is Gizmo manages to find the tier 1 tower at the top lane. That's a lot of gold going the way of this Weaver. Let's have a look at the net worth chart. With that, Gyrocopter still sitting in the lead at 3,793. Sorry, 3,800 net worth. He's picked up an Ogre Club and is rushing towards that BKB. Weaver sitting close at his heels at 3,400, followed by the Templar Assassin at 3,300.
Mine, I say, mine!
Meanwhile, this is quite surprising. Timbersaw has opted not to complete the arcane boots. He's picked up the point booster first. The normal item progression is arcane boots, then you disassemble them, get your bloodstone, and then you convert your boots or upgrade your boots from the brown boots. But over here, it seems like he does need the HP more, or at least he feels like he needs it more, and has opted to get the point booster first.
Again, warding. This should be warded out, right? I mean, this ward.
Yup, it should indeed be spotted out by the sentry, but I don't think the dire side has vision of this ward. Let's actually confirm that. If you press the F3 button on your map, you'll be able to see everything that dire sees, and nope, it looks like they just barely missed the vision on this observer ward.
I think if they cut one tree, they'll be able to see it.
Yeah, I think it's this tree. That's the culprit. Actually, I'm not too sure.
One of these trees.
Bottom lane Gyro still continuing to farm hard. He's getting closer and closer to that DKB. He's got about 1000 gold in the bank. Weaver looking for the setup on Louis. We're going to see Spirit Breaker as well as Matrix coming from the top. The charge is there. Weaver going to throw out the Swarm. Swarm not going to connect, but they're going to go any which way. Weaver strapped inside the cogs. Louis getting Crystal Nova up as well. Crystal Maiden trying to get in from the sidelines. Gizmo thinking of giving chase. The hook shot is there. The cogs not available, but Louis gets away and Gizmo is forced to time lapse and get away to safety. At the same time though, at bottom lane, it looks like Templar Assassin's rotation finds a pickoff on the IO and sends of course the Gyrocopter back to base. Oh, Mihawk, looks like he's gonna go down here. Beautiful play there. Ice Path into the Chakram, into the burst damage from the Timber Chain and the Whirling Death. Mushroom Eye finds himself yet another kill. Now he's chopping through the tree lines, finding a kill on Matrix. Chakram going to be pulled back just in time to get the damage off on Crystal Maiden. Two quick kills going the way of OS as they catch out the retreating heroes. Spirit Breaker and Crystal Maiden, both supports going down for Arrow. 5 into the scoreline, and OS, they look like they're in the lead, but the gold graph tells a different story. 500 gold going the way of the Dio, about 1500 experience going the way of the Radiant. This game is pretty damn close for comfort. Spirit Breaker charging in, has the Iron Shell as well, decides not to go in for the Gyro. A huge rocket barrage into a cooldown might just have been the death of Spirit Breaker had he gotten greedy there. IO struggling to get that level 6 online. Oh, looks like there was another kill. At the middle lane, looks like Templar Assassin found the kill on Clockwork, but looks like he might go down next. Nope, it's gonna be Mushroom Eye. He's gonna drop. Templar Assassin tries to get the kill, but Spirit Breaker finds that one. Gohan gonna drop next. A huge call down from the Gyro, but is it enough? The Rocket Barrage is there as well. Madman with the Refraction Charges staying alive. The Swarm still dishing out a lot of damage on Spooky Monster, who looks like he might go down, but nope. Gizmo oversteps his boundaries, gets caught out under the tier 1 tower, and Gyro finds a takeaway from that entire engagement. So a 2-for-1 trade, Timber and Jakiro dropping in exchange for the Weaver. I think OS should be pleased with the way that engagement turned out at the end of it. But that said, it's a Haystone picked up on Madman. He's moving in. One meld hit, the tether away. Jakiro's here as well. The tether stun is there. The ice path is there. And Madman looks like he's gonna forfeit his life as well. Arrow is really diving unnecessarily and being over aggressive. They're losing kills, they're buying back, and they're not getting the trades out of it as well. This could be a disaster scenario for Arrow if this isn't nipped in the bud. OS are smoothly sailing ahead right now, at least in terms of experience. But the goal graph still going 1500 in favor of Arrow. Which I'm actually quite confused about. I'm not sure where that goal lead has come from for them.
I think it's the tower. The top tower's fallen.
I'm wondering if one tier 1 tower justifies that. Let's have a look at the net worth charts. It is Well, the gyro sitting up top. And as I say that, I miss another kill at the middle lane. Madman looks like he's gonna drop next. Gonna pop the drum charges, I believe, and coming back into this fight. Looks like Mushroom Eye throws out the Chakram, but Jakiro looks like he's not long for life. TA picks up that kill. Timbersaw doing what he can, finds himself a kill. Gyro's here as well, and OS cleaning up in quick fashion and good style. The relocate gang from the IO tether absolutely spot on as they find themselves a nice counter gank. Templar Assassin, Spirit Breaker, and Crystal Maiden melting in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2 for 3 trade-off, but then Gizmo's gonna get the bot tower.
Once again, they are indeed finding these trades. He's picked up the Ring of Health, which leads me to believe he's getting towards the early Lincoln Sphere. When I say early, I'm not sure what timing he's going to put it out at.
20 minutes.
Seems like a legitimate time for his Lincolns to be coming up. He's picked up 2 towers as of now. He's pressuring out the third at bottom. TP is going to come in. It's going to be the Gyro. Gizmo not thinking of doing this, is he? Relocate on cooldown for another 30 seconds. Clockwork with the hook shot at middle lane, jumping in. The Chakram's there to hold Mihawk in position, but the charge ensures that this Space Cow isn't going to be held down. There's TP rotations coming in. Louis looks like he might just TP out. Nope, Madman with the auto attack at the bare end of it finds the kill on Clockwork. This could be more kills going the way of Arrow, as nope, Timbersaw gonna pop the Timber Chain and get away in good time. Relocate back online, and this could be time for a gank.
Yeah, Arrow was wise to not aggro under the tier 1 tower again, because they had the Wisp relocate in, and the well placed tether stun, I would say, had got 2 kills before.
Absolutely. OS, they're showing that they are indeed a force to be reckoned with, but Arrow showing that they have indeed calmed themselves now and are not going to be making any more risky plays. They're respecting their opponents for their playstyle, and now they're going to give them the skill level that they rightly deserve. Let's see if it is too late though, because the scoreline now 10-8 in favor of OS. The goal graph, however, still tilted in favor of the Dire on the back of 2 towers taken down at the middle and at the top and bottom lanes. It's 2000 gold going their way, but experience still sitting comfortably in OS's favor. BKB is online for the Gyrocopter. That's a 15-minute phase BKB Ring of Aquila. That's gonna be a nasty gyro to deal with in the team fights. Once again, the hook shot is on point from Louis. He's jumped in on Munde. Munde gonna get trapped with the ice pot. He's gonna throw down the wall, but too little too late. He loses his life. Spirit Breaker trying to charge in, decides against it and backs back off again.
That's a free farming Gyrocopter right from the get-go. I think in the beginning he had to contend with the Darkseer in his lane, but then at one point even Darkseer had abandoned the lane. So, yep, looks like he's done pretty well for himself. The inventory speaks for how much he's farmed in the last 16.5 minutes.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at the TA. She's opted to pick up the Yasha next. So she's going for the extremely high mobility TA build. Has a double damage rune sitting in the bottle as well. And this should be her cue to find a pick off. And that seems exactly like what she's trying to do. She's moving around, farming the enemy jungle, squeezing out as many resources out of this map as she can. But little does she know, OS seems to be on top of their game as well. They moved up towards the top lane. IO and Clockwork sitting behind. Hookshot available in about 4 seconds. Gizmo looking to make a go. There is the charge from the Spirit Breaker, but can this bait be any more obvious? If Error takes this bait, this could be disastrous for them. Gizmo decides not to go in. Spirit Breaker does cancel the charge.
They should have actually baited the Clockwork and had the Gyro standing back.
Dire's top tower is under
Some more yummy bait.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Smoke on Crystal Maiden.
Oh, the hook shot just barely missing over there. Spirit Breaker sees this as his cue to jump in. They're going on the IO. There's been a dust used as well. Spirit Breaker jumping in, but a huge call down once again, clipping everyone. Gyro in the middle of the fray finds himself a bunch of kills. Crystal Maiden tries the ultimate, not going to be able to find it. Double kill for Gohan, double kill for Mihawk. Gizmo and Spooky Monster fighting it out now. Madman with that double damage rune gonna find the kill, as Arrow has team wiped OS, despite the fact that OS looked like they were looking extremely strong in that fight, man.
That was an epic Darkseer wall. I think he's got 3 heroes and a couple of heroes running in and out of the wall. So I think that saved the day for them.
Beautiful play there and a beautiful comeback by Aero, and they're right back in this game. 14 and 13, the scoreline still in favor of OS, but after that battle, the goal graph has just dipped further in favor of Aero. That's 3000 gold going their way. Well, the experience graph is almost back at the 0 mark. The bottom tier 2 tower is getting pressured out by a creep wave, and middle tier 1 should be taken down. This is something that a lot of teams could learn from Aero. Once they get an advantage, it's not like, oh, we won the fight, let's go back and do what we have to get, let's go buy some items and stuff. They're still extracting as much out of this map as they possibly can. They're farming all 3 lanes, but now that might be costly for them. Munde getting hook shotted once again, the Chakram is there. Darkseer does indeed pop the mech, but he's gonna go down. Gets the vacuum off. TA gets a tower kill, but now they're fighting back. Louis in a little bit of trouble. A huge ice path, macro fire, Chakram, dual breath is chopping up Madman. Cooldowns there with the IO and the gyro. They find themselves a kill on the Spirit Breaker. Timbersaw looking for the kill on Matrix. Homing missile has been casted. She should get stunned up in a little bit. Timbersaw with the Chakram doing as much as he can. Rocket barrage to clean her up, and they find themselves a double kill on the gyro. Spirit Breaker does indeed buy back. Gizmo looking for a couple more kills. He's going on to Gohan. Gohan getting chopped up hard and fast. The Swarm as well as the Germinator attack finds that kill. Gizmo still standing around, looking to take this fight. Pops the time lapse. Runs back out there. The homing missile is there, but there is a sentry ward scouting him out. But this battle looks like it's over. I think Aero just managed to barely pull back in that fight. That kill on the Jakiro at the very end of things, and of course the Templar Assassin finding that tier 1 tower. I think they managed to get a little bit out of it, a little more than they would have anticipated.
The EXP graph would agree with you. Right now the EXP graph is sitting dead at 0 EXP. I mean, in terms of it's not favoring anyone. Slightly favoring OS by about 250 EXP. In terms of gold graph, there's a 6000 lead on the Dire, so that's Error ahead by 6000 gold. That can largely be attributed to the 3 missing towers at tier 1. Apart from that, in terms of carries, the Gyrocopter and the Weaver are both doing fairly well, I'd say. Gyrocopter slightly ahead with his BKB and his early game items up and running, and the Weaver still looking to make his way there.
Meanwhile, it looks like Aero has indeed jumped into the Rosh pit, and I think this should be an easy uncontested Roshan going down in a matter of seconds. Double Iron Shell along with the Mel hits coming out from Madman. Mechanism there to keep them healthy and alive. They pick up an Aegis of the Immortal on the Templar Assassin as they're gonna walk out.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
Up
is
top,
under
Weaver
attack.
farming up once again. He's getting further and further ahead. Templar Assassin is leading the charts at 9690. They find the deny on the tier 1 tower up top. Gyro sitting second at 9000 with the Weaver close at his heels at about 8600 net worth. In terms of last hits, it is the Gyro leading the charts 133 to 30, and of course the rest of the last hits are ordered by net worth as well.
One thing Error has done really well in this game is they've really starved Old School of any gold in the map in terms of when it comes to denying towers, when it comes to farming the enemy neutrals. I mean, Error's really got that part of the game spot on this time.
I have to agree with you, man.
In response to that, OS has now started stacking up this ancient camp. If it's spotted out by either Templar Assassin, I think Templar is the only one who can clear out the camp with, let's say he can clear it out efficiently. And I think they do see that. They do see some stacking action happening over here. So let's see when they react.
Yep. They don't see the stacks just yet because this is a dire. Oh yeah, it is a dire observer innocently. So you're right. They do see this entire stack happening. So I guess they're just waiting for the opportunity to jump in when they try and clean up the stacks. Try and find the kill on the Gyrocopter, who by the way has picked up a Helm, which leads me to believe he is indeed going for the all-out late game Gyrocopter build. OS is looking to take this game as long as they possibly can.
What looked like a good start from the Timbersaw has now turned out to be a 23-minute Bloodstone. I'd say it's not bad by any standard, but then considering the start he had against the Templar Assassin, you know, he was looking to get it in much better time.
And
So
there you have it, the stack being sniped by Arrow. At least a couple of creeps there. But now they're looking to make a go. Perhaps this might not be the best idea. Madman's already taken quite a beating. He does have the Aegis though. You gotta keep that in mind. First kill on the Jakiro. The second kill probably gonna be on Louis. But this is a choke point that Era does not want to be in. The macro pyre was there. The call out as well. Crystal Maiden ultimate gonna get stopped by the tether stun. She's dropping fast. She drops quickly as well. Madman trying to fight this one, but the Chakram burning down refraction charges. That BKB was popped really late, but it doesn't matter. Gizmo comes in with the Templar Assassin and they clean up in good time, losing just 3 in the process but getting 5 and now possibly another tier 1, tier 2 tower.
I must admit, okay, a couple of things over there. The Timber Sword did commit suicide. I think he blew up his bloodstone. Second thing, Error. I mean, they seem to know exactly what was happening in that fight. They were in control of it right from the get-go. Right from Templar decided to go aggro. They burst down their supports and a couple of hits each. I think TA took down Jakiro in a couple of hits. Same with the IO. And then they were just sniping in and out of battle given the race car build which TA has opted to go for, and Weaver's general ability to be a pain in the ass. I mean, they were on top of things. I mean, they knew what they were doing in that fight.
Absolutely, it seemed like a very calculated move. Let's jump in with the TA. She's got the Aegis. Let's surge her, send her ahead, like get some spells focused down on her, try and find a pick off and then throw the fight into controlled chaos, and they did it beautifully. And with every failed engagement, OS just falls further and further behind. The gold draft now sitting 7,500 in favor of Arrow, while 5,000 experience going their way. At one point, what seemed like an OS lead has now turned into a massive disadvantage for them.
Yeah, considering the bad start that Era had, I wouldn't say technically bad start. I'd say after the first blood, it was more or less they were trading even. But then, what do you find so funny?
Nothing, man, it's just the Twitch chat. There's no delay on the stream, so we're basically seeing everything that people are typing as they say it. Sorry, that was a little distracting. Continue.
No. Just let's get distracted.
So yeah, like I was saying, the stack has been cleaned up now by OS, so they're trying to pull back a little gold.
Yeah, I'm done.
From above.
2 rings of regen picked up by the Darkseer. He's going towards the hood. He's gonna have it in good time as well, so I think Arrow is just very comfortable with the way things are going right now.
Goes to show what happens when you get your Dota right. And in terms of, they got the theory of Dota right. In terms of execution, like I was saying, OS had a better start. But then, Arrow just keeping their head down, doing what needs to be done and pulling away marginally, little by little. And that's resulted in where they are now.
Up top meanwhile, Munde getting focused on that clockwork. He pops the mech and man's up, but little does he know the cavalry has arrived. But a huge wall. Louis might just end up going down, but nope. The illusion's gonna get cleaned up. Louis survives. A relocate gank, successful as it was. They find the kill on the Darkseer and they force out the wall. But at the same time, Arrow gonna trade by taking a tier 2 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you can have a Darkseer, we'll have your tier 2. I like that trade. Seems fair to me.
IO just trying to get as tanky as possible. Picks up the drums along with the treads in the urn. I feel like OS is not making the most optimal use of this relocate. Sure, they find a couple of pickoffs now, but I'm wondering, maybe had they prioritized getting level 6 on the IO earlier on, and then try and find those pickoffs on the Weaver, maybe try and find pickoffs on the Spirit Breaker, possibly the Darkseer, things might have gone a little differently. But right now, Arrow is just pulling further and further ahead. I don't even think they fear the IO actually coming in.
Yeah, I mean, and from my point of view, I feel that they don't have the best hero to combo with the IO. They don't have the CK or the Ursa whom you can just spot and get a kill or two and then come back. I mean, sure you can take a Timber Saw, sure you can take a Clockwork, sure you can take a Gyro, but then it's I don't know, it's just weird taking one of these heroes along with you.
And I mean, on the flip side, if you look at Arrow's lineup, they've got a lot of heroes that can get away should the IO relocate in. They've got the Darkseer who can surge himself and get away out of range of any kind of stun ups that could come with the tether. They've got the Weaver, who of course is never getting caught with the relocate ganks head on. They've got Templar Assassin, who, well, with the refraction might just survive long enough, and Spirit Breaker, who as he's already done before, charges away.
Yep, absolutely. The only person who stands to lose in such an engagement is Crystal Maiden, and Era would be happy to trade a Crystal Maiden for relocate all day long. I'm beginning to think that's why they picked the Crystal Maiden to start with.
I mean, that's about to end as well, because Crystal Maiden seems to have a 4 staff up and running as well, almost. That's gonna help her get away from relocate ganks, at least to some extent.
Roshan back in another minute or so. Oh, couple of minutes.
Yep, I think that's what Aero's on about. I think that's what they know. They're just trying to pressure out the lanes, trying to chip away at tier 2 towers till Roshan respawns. But have a look at Gizmo. He pops the time lapse, gets some HP back. Gizmo might have overstepped his boundaries here as Gyrocopter is cleaning house right now. Clockwork with the hook shot holding into. Aero looks like they're getting decimated. Madman's gonna drop next. The BKB only gonna help him for so long. Triple kill for the Gyro, and that's a lot more gold going his way. That is what, my friend, you classify as a throw. But right now, Gizmo trying to pull back whatever little he can, finds a kill on the Clockwork, looking for more. Does have the Destroy and should be able to dish out a decent chunk of damage. Spooky Monster looks like he needs to be careful here, because Gizmo could well kite around and try and find the kill in a little more time. But no invis detection, that's going to hurt OS quite a bit. They could have well found the kill on Gizmo there.
See, despite taking out 4 from the Era side,
Is under attack.
OS has not been able to capitalize on it. They've not got any towers in the back of that engagement. So I'd still say Era would be reasonably happy with that, considering they got 3 kills in that fight. The only ones left standing with the Timbersaw and the Gyrocopter, and they didn't trade any towers to their disadvantage. So, they won't be really upset for a 4-on-3 matchup.
That said though, it looks like Timbersaw has picked up a Ghost Scepter. Not sure if he had it in the last fight, but Ghost Scepter clearly seems to be the item choice of the day for OS. If you have a look at the dire lineup, Arrow has nothing apart from a Crystal Maiden that can dish out damage if Ghost Scepters have been popped.
Yeah, he did have it in the previous engagement. And Gyro going for the Butterfly, I believe. Yeah, Butterfly. I feel again in terms of an item choice for Gyro or Gyro, I'd say he should have gone for something which would have enabled to, should have put him in a fighting position 5 to 6 minutes back, so they could have taken a couple of more engagements and been in a position to contest the Rosh now. But then, yeah, he's gone for the Butterfly and he's got it in 32 minutes time, so
And
it's
there
not.
we go. They know that Rosh is happening. They pop the smoke. They're moving into the pit, and relocate is available as well. Gyro and Io staying back, while 3 guinea pigs moving onto the front lines. There's walls, there's traps, scouting all this out. Rosh gonna drop before OS can jump in. Are they still thinking of going in? Nope, they are gonna go in. Forget about disengaging. Clockwork hook shots in. Catches 2 in the cogs. The relocate up front. They're gonna find what? It's just the IO. Where's the Gyro? Gyro's been left behind. He comes in now. A huge call down. The flak cannons are there. The butterfly hits. Not coming out. Gyro decides, screw that. Let's turn tail and run. I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure he could have stood and held his ground. He'd have found a couple more kills. But that said, Error have lost just 1 in the fray. And now I don't think Gyro is in a position to hold his high ground by himself. BKB on cooldown for about 50 seconds, and that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. And now Error doing what they do always. Win a team fight, take a tower on the back of the team fight, and I think they're just gonna get 1 tower. Considering they have the ages, they could be aggressive and keep pushing for the racks. Let's see.
It seems like they will, man, and I've got to say, I'm disappointed with the way that fight went down. I think OS had a legitimate shot at winning that fight. Well, it might not be too late here. Calldown's gonna clip. Madman gonna lose the Aegis. We're gonna see Mihawk probably go down next. Flak Cannon's not able to clean him up in time. Aegis gonna help Madman respawn. Gizmo's gonna drop though before he can get anything off. Dust has been popped and TA should be going down next. Cogs holding out in position. Madman might find a kill on Louis before he goes down. Louis with the stick charges at the very end of it. Keeps him alive just a little longer, but Madman goes down fighting as he gets a double kill. Things coming out, they're moving towards the middle tower, and I think it's time for OS to return the favor.
I'm not sure. There's a slight misplay from the Templar Assassin. After his Aegis had procced, he waited till he nearly died to pop his BKB, and then when he was at 10% HP, he popped his BKB. It was not in cooldown. It was very much off cooldown. He should have made better use of those BKB seconds. I mean, he could have got another kill or two from that.
Yep, but right now I think Aero's gotta understand that these outer towers are nothing more than free gold for Gyrocopter and the rest of his toupee to be picking up. So if Aero loses the team fight, they're gonna lose a lot more than just the hero gold. Right now, Aero, with the buybacks, they're trying to make a go here. They're going for the IO. The Spirit Breaker charge was there. Spirit Breaker not able to get the Nether Strike off. Gyro's gonna TP out. IO's gonna run for it, but he has no TP on himself. Looking to get away from here, but he's gonna drop. Weaver finds that kill with the Germinate attack, and Aero manages to find some sort of a consolation prize. Not sure if it was worth the buyback though.
The cow is stuck.
No strat though, he has the charge, and that's a 10-second BKB available for him.
Strangely, the Spirit Breaker has not opted to go for the Mask of Madness, or yeah, he's going for the BKB and a plate mail.
Support Spirit Breaker at its finest, just trying to stay alive in the fights and get that disable out for as long as he can. Oh, looks like there was a kill here. Gizmo found a pick off on the Jakiro, who tried to, I believe, place a ward onto this high ground.
In the professional games that I play, the Spirit Breakers make Mask of Madness and then Armlet.
I can see exactly how professional those games might be, man. $222 last hits on the Gyro. Buybacks available on both the TA, on well, quite a few heroes actually. Gyro gonna get hit by a charge. Spirit Breaker pops the BKB. Gyro standing strong, fighting this through and through. The wall is there. It gets a Gyro illusion. The cooldown's there as well. The vacuum pulling them back into the wall, and this could be disastrous for OS. Crystal Maiden going mano a mano against Spooky Monster. On the other side though, it looks like TA and Weaver are fountain diving. They find a couple of kills on well, the IO and the Clockwork, and this could be more. Weaver forced to back off while the rest of his team takes down the middle set of racks. Aero executing once again like pros. They find themselves the first set of racks. Gyro coming in to try and slow down this Aero assault. I'm wondering, can they actually hold the high ground for much longer? They're going back in, it seems. Gizmo looks like he might just go down. Just barely escaping on about 100 HP there. Templar jumping back in, finds the kill on Jakiro. Ghost Scepter's been popped by Mushroom Eye. The vacuum pulls him back, but Timber Chain helps him get away once again. What? Okay, that BKB had to be an arrow. I'm pretty sure he was opting to get the Manta style out there, but unfortunately popped the BKB. Louis sees this as his chance and jumps in onto Matrix. Matrix four-stuffs himself out of the cogs. I didn't even know you could do that. And he's out. I was pretty sure you only had to get forced out by your ally, but again a huge call down. This could be it. OS trying to clean house once again. Double kill for Spooky Monster as TA and Darks here and the Crystal Maiden have gone down. Louis in a little bit of trouble, has backed off. The Hawk goes down. Ultra kill for the Gyrocopter, who's now godlike. And is this a divine rapier that we smell in the air?
No. MKB.
I'm getting the feels, man. I think it is the divine.
He has 2 javelins in his stash. What do you say?
Damn it.
You should play more competitive games.
My feels are all wrong then. But either way, that's going to be a lot more damage coming out, and this Spooky Monster is going to be hitting like a freight train. But Gizmo coming in from behind, the armor reduction from the Swarm and the Desolator. I think Spooky Monster is going to be okay. No MKB available on Gizmo, as he TPs out just fine.
It's 35-35, but then OS has a lot of furniture missing from here. So I mean, they really need them in racks if they were to make a comeback. And Error on the other hand, they have all their outer tier 2 standing and even one tier 3 standing. I mean, sorry, tier 1 standing.
Manta Style picked up on the Weaver as well. There's a Manta Style available on the Templar as well. Again though, it's not exactly the best item to have when you're going up against a flak cannon Gyro that's hitting like a freight train right now. Ghost Scepter picked up now on the Crystal Maiden as well. Darkseer meanwhile sitting with the hood completed. Should have, yeah, in fact he does have the goal to complete his pipe as well. That pipe should take away from a lot that OS has to dish out, but nope, we're gonna see a blink dagger pick up from
Dire's
Mundi.
middle tower has fallen.
Madman has 3.8k
Bottom
gold.
tower is under attack.
He could go one of anything.
In terms of net worth, it is indeed the Gyro leading the charts at 20,000 net worth, followed by the TA and the Weaver at 18,000 apiece. Have a look at the GPM charts. There's 3 heroes in this game that are above 550 GPM. This game is a lot closer than you might think. Though the gold draft says there's a 15,000 lead going the way of Arrow and about a 10,000 experience lead going their way as well. That Gyro could be the determining factor if they manage to get a good initiation off. Not to mention with the IO, positioning shouldn't be a problem as well.
I feel right now the Templar Assassin is still something they can deal with, but then they need some solid lockdown for the Weaver, which they're currently lacking. I think one of them needs to make an Abyss plate or something of that nature.
Right now though, we're going to see a smoke as Roshan has about 2 minutes to respawn. They're going to try and find the pick off on Gizmo here, but like you said, they lack the lockdown. Louis smoke gets dispelled. They do indeed have the gem. So I think they should be able to see Gizmo. There we go, the hook shots there. The ice path as well. And Gizmo gets picked off. A nice play there by OS. Forcing the buyback out from Gizmo. But at the same time, Templar Assassin trying to be a pain. Pressuring out tier 3 at top. But this could be an overextension from her as well. Mushroom Eye going to continue to give chase. Relocate is available should they choose to jump in. Smoke's been popped by Error as well. Darkseer and the Crystal Maiden setting up for the IO to come back here. He did indeed relocate out. Spirit Breaker's there as well, and goodbye Symphony.
Happy birthday.
He does have the Ghost Scepter though. And before he can pop it, he goes down.
He would just be delaying the inevitable. There was CM standing there.
True. That's true.
Just pop the freezing field. Eat this, you ghost.
1 minute till Roshan respawns. OS sitting 1 man down. No buyback on the IO. No. And I think oh man, Louis jumping in once again. Mihawk pops the blade mail, pops the BKB. Everything's been thrown out. Gyro still on the back lines. Louis able to survive just barely, and once again Arrow forced to back off. Nobody going down in that entire engagement, but now I think Roshan is Arrows for the taking. Well, I say that, but relocate should be back. IO with the relocate should be back in about 30 seconds time. They can jump into the pit and get the jump on Arrow.
Yeah, smart pickup by the Templar Assassin. He does see the butterfly up on Gyrocopter. Picks up an MKB of his own.
I think Weaver should be looking to get an MKB as well. Let's have a look at what he's picked up. Nothing so far. He's got about 1100 gold in the bank. That buyback has cost him quite severely. OS, I'm pretty sure they know this is going on. There's pings coming out in their own forest. I'm wondering if they... Well, there you have it. Smoke's being picked up by Crystal Maiden as well. Tether is online. Nope, looks like OS has no clue that Rosh is back and that Rosh is being taken out. Either that or they don't want to contest it. Rosh is probably the Rosh pit is probably the best place for them to take a fight, considering the choke point that it's at. With all the AoE that they've got coming in.
Yeah, they don't know that Rosh is going on, otherwise Clock would have thrown a rocket to check.
Aegis of the Immortal picked up by Spirit Breaker this time around. Looks like the Templar Assassin and the Weaver have no slots. Weaver gonna pick up the cheese for himself. Arrow looking fairly confident to take this fight to the high ground.
Yeah. Good luck killing Weaver 3 times.
Absolutely, man. Let's have a look at the buyback status. It is indeed a buyback available on the Gyro, who has about 3,700 gold in the bank. Darkseer has a buyback as well, and so does the Clockwork. Clockwork jumping in. They're gonna hold Madman in position. His BKB, his Manta Cell has been popped. The cooldown gonna catch everyone. Gyro with the flags, dishing out a truckload of damage. Madman looks like he might go down first. Pops the refraction in time. Mihawk loses the Aegis on the front lines, not before he takes down the Clockwork. Clockwork buys back, is making his way back in with a TP. Spooky Monster doing what he can to Gizmo. Gizmo's taking a lot of damage. Matrix gonna drop. Clockwork. Where is the Clockwork? He does use the cogs, but well, it looks like Clockwork's insignificant here. IO finds the kill on the Darkseer. Jakiro's gone down to the Weaver. And Arrow once again forced back into a headlong retreat. Gizmo from the high ground doing what he can, but they can't continue to fight this fight.
There was actually a huge misplay by the Wisp over there. He tethered to the gyrocopter and taken him top lane in the middle of the engagement. He could
Oh
have.
my god.
He, I mean, Gyro should have got in at least two kills more, and it was one of those scenarios where Templar Assassin was in the HP he's in currently. So just a couple of more hits, he would have popped.
That's a
And
real pity, man. That's a real pity.
I'm pretty sure Wisp must have got beaten up for that.
Oh,
Oh,
have a look at this, man. They're going the wrong way.
Almost trust you.
Let's have a look at the goal graph of that one. It is flatlining now at 15,000. So it looks like this is some sort of a comeback coming out from OS. They're sticking to their guns and they're holding their high ground nicely. 10,000 experience as well going the way of the Dio. They've still lost that middle racks, but right now they're still holding on to their side lanes and they're doing a good job of it. Meanwhile, Gyro 4,800. Are you feeling the feels, man? The divine. I smell a divine in the air.
Satanic. It's a best of one. You're not going to throw it away.
Nah. Deny it, man.
No. Well, if it was me, then things would have gone the other way.
Let's have a look at that GPM counter again. 550 GPM up and running for 3 heroes on this map. Timber now catching up. He's at 400 GPM himself. He's got the Ghost Scepter. He's got the Shiva's got the Blade Mail. 19 charges on the Bloodstone. So if he does have the buyback, that should mean an instant respawn and then a buyback thereafter as well.
Blink Dagger up and running on the Darkseer.
Yeah, he's had that for the last fight as well, but the new pickup for him is that Pipe of Insight. So, but again, I mean, this late into the game, having that Pipe of Insight, it's only an attempt at stemming the bleeding. It's very little. It adds very little to the table right now.
And does it block out the cooldown?
Yeah, it does. But I mean, the Gyro really isn't being feared for his cooldown anymore. He's being feared for those flak cannon hits. And split push seems to be the name of the game for Aero. I'm not sure why they didn't do this earlier. They've got mid racks, they're trying to force out 2 side lanes as well now. Hook shots been fired by the Clockwork as well, 60 seconds, while Aero feels a little more secure. This should be another set of racks or at least a tier 3 tower going down on one side of the map. Louis looking like he's going in. BKB's been popped. Clockwork cogging in the TA and 4-staffing out. The call down is there along with the relocate from the IO. Looks like this fight is going to break out as all hell breaks loose on this top lane. Nobody going down just yet. It is going to be the Clockwork that dropped first. Mihawk going to drop next as Gyro continues to extend his Beyond Godlike. But that said, Gizmo manages to take down the tier 3 tower along with Matrix and a Rax as well. Gohan TPs into his own death as well. One more auto attack should seal the deal. Gizmo getting a little greedy. Looks like he is going to shoot Ichi and go all the way in. Looks like he might forfeit his life as well. The Chakram holding him in position. One more bowling death should clean him up. Gizmo is not dying. But that said, it looks like it's almost Mega Creep's time as Madman continues to take down the top racks. Gizmo's managed to buy his teammates enough time for them to take down, as you mentioned, some more furniture on this map. Now he does indeed drop like a fly, but Spooky Monster, despite all the damage he's dishing out, may not have enough to withstand this TA onslaught. 1025 gold going the way of Madman for that kill. One Rax that separates error from victory. It's the fine line between OS getting knocked out of this tournament and their comeback. Monday gonna get hookshotted and cleaned up. Madman gonna drop as well. Buybacks coming out all around from Team Aero. Matrix on the run now, but Gizmo teeping in bottom. The BOT picked up from Madman. He comes in as well. The last set of racks about to fall. OS trying to get back here in time. Double Manta style and they're chopping away. I think this should be Mega Creeps. Nope, looks like Aero. Gonna be forced to retreat once again as the entirety of OS has come to make a stand. OS showing that they do indeed possess that fighting spirit that is required to play competitive. Right now though, Gizmo trying to find some more pickoffs. He's decided to ignore every single hero on the map. He's running in. He's gonna try and get this racks. There is a TP from the gyro, but it might just be too late. Gizmo, can he take down the racks in time? Nope. Just once again chips away and backs off. At the same time, Timbersaw finds a kill on, well, the Spirit Breaker. He's still running around like a complete pest over here, buying time for the TA to come in, and that's Mega Creeps. The BKB is there as well. Symphony looking for the tether line. The GG thrown out by Arrow. An offensive GG, but no GG coming out from OS just yet. They can indeed hold their high ground with the Mega Creeps. Gyro, no gold on him, but have a look at what's in the courier, man. It is indeed the Divine. The Divine gets delivered, and this is going to be a lot of damage coming out from the Gyro. Gizmo on the run. Spooky Monster holding his own. Can they actually pull this one back from the depths of hell?
Is under attack.
YOLO mode activated.
That BKB is down to a mere 4 seconds as well. This is going to turn into a hell of a fight to take down the Ancient.
I think Madman sees the Divine. And Jakiro dies to Creeps.
To Weaver.
The range Creeps delivered the killing blow.
Oh, beautiful. The hook shot stunning him on the way. Gyro cleans up on the Weaver. Hook shot has got out. Matrix 4 stops forward, but Clock 4 stops after him. Cogs not holding him in position, and I think Matrix might just go down here. At the same time, Gyro holding his own in the base. Flak Cannon just cleaning up so fast. Mega Creeps look like normal creeps to him right now. Bear in mind, guys, GG has not been thrown out by the Radiant side just yet, so they are indeed going to fight this to a very bitter end. Gyro pushing out as much as he can. Munde gonna jump in forward. Not sure what he's trying to take on a Divine BKB, MKB, Butterfly Gyro for.
No, but his illusion will take out the rest of his own team.
True that. I think the next item on his agenda needs to be to refresh that BKB before anything else. Sure, he's got to save for the buyback, but buyback's on cooldown for him for another 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So Ishan gonna respawn in 1 minute. So I think Arrow is gonna claim that one nice and easy. Considering that it is indeed Mega Creeps, I don't think that OS can leave their base right now. You need to find a team wipe and then possibly beeline for the opponent's throne, leaving behind one to defend. The gold draft still stabilizing at that 15,000 mark. Have a look at experience, man. OS has taken the lead in the experience for the second time in this game. Their Mega Creeps down though.
They're leading in kills also.
I gotta say, man, no matter the outcome of this game, I am impressed by the way OS has delivered here. Spirit Breaker decides not to jump in YOLO mode and backs off. Arrow just squeezing OS into a corner. They're not taking a reckless fight. They know they could go down to that Divine Flak Cannon from Gyrocopter. They need to make sure that all lanes are pressured in. But on the other side, Louis looking to initiate. Roshan has indeed respawned, and I think Arrow should be looking to make a go for it.
Yeah, and the much needed lockdown comes, I think, a little too late in terms of Hex for Timbersaw. I think he should have prioritized that over the Shiva's guard. Or even the Blade Maid.
Yep, but I mean right now Arrow is still struggling so hard to breach that Ancient.
We were farming NCs. I think he's going for Divine of his own now, making Deadless. By now, Error does know there's some Divine action going on. So, they're playing very cautiously, as you said. Because if one guy gets caught out, they'll suddenly be pushed into the back foot. And now they see rush happening.
Yep, remember they have the relocate available should they feel a little ballsy. Buyback will be available in 10 seconds as well. Gyro will have the goal for it, but if he does die, he's gonna drop a divine. That's the trade-off. Are they gonna jump into this Rosh pit? Apparently not.
Roshan has fallen to the giant.
No, I think Gyro dies irrespective of whether or not he drops a divine. In the 3-4 seconds it takes for him to buy back and come back to the fight, they'll get thrown.
That's true. I mean, there's really no chance that if Gyro dies, this game is pretty much done for.
Yeah, so he shouldn't be seeing for buyback and other things like that.
Man, I'm wondering what the atmosphere is like at the LAN cafe, man. When you're watching a game like this, with a team trying to defend their high ground with divines online, holding off mega creeps for as long as they can, the tension has to be getting to them. The spectators must be having a real blast over there as well. And I'd give anything to be at the LAN venue right now. But it looks like we're going to see initiation. Gyro with the divine chopping away, but this could be his death. They're manning up and fighting. Madman takes him down. The divine has hit the deck. There's a divine sitting in the middle of cogs there. Aegis of the Immortal ensures that TS respawns. Does indeed, well, someone dropped arcane boots. I'm not sure who's holding on to that divine right now, but there's a wall available in the middle of everything. And I think Arrow might have just been wiped again. Where's the divine, man? Okay, it looks like he's back with the gyro. How the hell did that happen?
There's power threads on the floor.
There's a lot of items on the floor, but again, it looks like OS has actually held on to their throne. They lost their tier 4s, but they actually managed to defend their throne. Relocate is there. They're going to relocate forward. They're trying to find Munde on the Darks here, but I don't think they're going to get the skill. Meanwhile, they're going to beeline straight towards the middle lane. No buyback on the TA. There is a buyback on the Weaver, the Darkseer, and the Spirit Breaker. So I don't think that OS can go up onto the high ground just yet.
This is crazy, Dota.
This is crazy, Doto. I have to admit. That throne just barely hanging by a thread there. But Arrow's got to know that if they slip up again, this game might not be so forgiving. That's going to be them without buybacks most likely.
Clockwork's threads are still lying here. He said, I don't want boots anymore.
Stout Shield for the win, man. 56 minutes, Stout Shield for the win. Now, I mean, Gyro's got no buyback for 4 minutes. So, are we going to see a second Divine, or are we going to see that Satanic completed?
Seeing that how he fell so quickly in the previous fight, I think another BKB refresh or a Satanic, one of the two would do good for him.
I gotta agree, man. But what I don't agree with is the random power treads lying on the floor. I really think that he should be dropping. Nope, not gonna drop anything. Looks like he's gonna walk around with the Stout Shield for the remainder of this game. But this is what a high pressure situation does to you. It really throws you off your game. It gives you, the nerves must be getting to them. They know that losing this game to one of India's premier teams means that they're knocked out, and they've had as good a shot as any other in this matchup, and they're still not out of it. I have to agree. I have to say that OS has a very real shot of standing their ground and holding this game.
Nah, I have to disagree here. The super mega creeps or mega melee creeps and whatever, these guys hit hard. They can take down the throne in a matter of 8 to 10 seconds, I think, if it's left unguarded. And the other 4 heroes, they don't have what it takes to defend off. As in, because these are megas coming from all 3 lanes, and
oh, a huge vacuum with the wall, not catching out everybody. No BKB pop by the gyro. Now it's gonna get popped. Flat cannons, they clean up the darks here, but now the rest of the arrow 2Play comes in. No BKB on the gyro. This could be disastrous. Matrix coming in. The Crystal Maiden with the freezing field. They're gonna find the gyro. Big Divine hits the deck, and Mihawk, the one to pick it up. That's a Spirit Breaker with a Divine Rapier, but he's limping away at about 59 HP. Gyro with no buyback, and this should be the GG, but looks like there are a lot of kills going, and there you have it. Louis throws out the respectful GG.
Wisp with the Divine.
Wait, what?
Wisp with the Divine and Divine on floor. Oh no.
What a game this has been, I have to say. 57 minutes in, Arrow managed to take the win. OS still holding on to the kill lead, 54 and 49, with a Divine Rapier holding on after mega creeps for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Arrow does take the win, but not as convincingly as we would have expected. I'm ClouDx from AFK Gaming in Chief. Any last thoughts before we move into the next game?
Nah, man. I'll save my thoughts for the next game.
Alright, fair enough guys, stay tuned, we're coming back. If you've enjoyed the cast, if you've enjoyed these matches, give us a follow on twitch.tv/AFK Gaming Esports. Your support would be crucial, and check us out on afkgaming.com and facebook.com/AFK Gaming Esports. Not to mention, check out Logitech, the host of this tournament, along with Esports Interactive. Find them on Facebook as well as their official websites. We'll be right back guys, stay tuned.